did is redesign the facility. It's an existing complete industrial facility, 500,000 square feet. We're occupying 50,000 square feet of an existing space that's there now.
Okay.
What we did is we laid it out in 2 phases. So our first phase that we're currently working with DEM is to build this first phase here, which is a gasification system using Corrales technology, where we'll be able to process between 35 to 70 tons. Each Corrales system takes in about 35 tons per day of medical waste. So what we did is we designed a phase 2 if we decide to expand a year, 2 years down the line. So this way we position the equipment appropriately. But for all intents and purposes, we would then have to come back into DEM and get new approvals to make the expansion. So right now we're working with DEM. Air quality control, we applied for minimum air quality permit because there's really minimal or no carbon or any emissions that are released into the atmosphere. Pretty much the amount of emissions that we put out is equivalent to maybe 4 cars emissions during the course of the year. So it's very low intensity. Right now we're working on getting the final approval, so the air quality permit we should have this coming week.
Okay.
As far as the waste processing, we should have also sometime this month.
Okay.
So what we're planning, what we do is we work with local haulers, companies like MedRecycle, who's here in Rhode Island, companies like Daniels, Waste Management. They go to local hospitals, laboratories, doctor's office, they pick up the medical waste, they bring it to their transfer station, they process and separate, and then they bring us their final product. We take it off their trucks, we have telescopic conveyors, goes into the trucks, we unload it, we put it into our conveyors, which then goes into 2 different macerators. Macerators are grinding systems. Then it goes into the refractor, which goes into the dryer, it dries up all the product, it takes out all the moisture completely, and then it goes into the pyrolysis system. The pyrolysis system is started by using natural gas, and basically what we do is we have two walls. So the outer wall has heat, which is approximately about 800 degrees, and it heats up the product inside and it turns into ash. So there's no open flames, there's nothing burning, no combustion inside the storage facility. We have submarine doors, so when the product goes in and closes, so nothing's exposed to the outside air as well. So once it goes to the pyrolyzers, it goes into the gas cleanup, so it cleans up everything. It goes into a thermal reox, and then it goes to these containers that are outside where we have the generators. The generators run off of syngas, which is created from the product, and we create electricity. So we're going to generate about 1.4 megawatts of electricity, of which 300 kW we use to run our facility during the course of the year. So we're not taking any additional power that's coming into the facility. And we're going to either sell the power back to the 500,000 square foot building that's there to all the other tenants, or if we have to sell it to National Grid, we'll have to come and, I guess, work with your department to do the paperwork in order to sell it to National Grid at a discounted rate.
So, just I have a couple questions. It's going to get up to 800 degrees. How are you going to heat it?
Well, we start the process off with natural gas.
Okay.
But once the system's running, it's a self-contained unit.
Okay.
And it just runs continuously. If we shut down the unit, it takes us 4 hours to start it up again.
With the natural gas?
Correct.
Okay, and there's natural gas there?
Correct.
Okay, and then how loud are the generators going to be?
They're inside cargo containers,
okay,
and they're also insulated, so there's
so
really
no
decibel levels.
Nobody's going to hear anything.
We're also facing I-95, and there's also...
There's a lot less noise out of these than 95 hours.
Actually, when we found this building, we felt that it was designed specifically for what we were doing, based on the location, and, you know, we have the loading docks, we have a drive-up door, so we're really... so what we're looking to do also is there's existing bathrooms here. We're looking to build 4 private offices, a conference room, and then the way we're designing it is we're putting a 4-foot hallway with glass. So this way, when we do get visitors that, you know, a lot of politicians that want to see the process,
Yeah,
and
okay.
we'll be able to give tours and show how quality